Right, just checking. How are we doing? My avatar in the way? Think we're good. Maybe get the game out of full screen. Yeah, there we go. That should be better. There he goes. No obstruction now. Hey everyone, Dash here. How's it going? Just gonna wait for people to pile in before we turn. We're gonna be playing I Wanna Hug the Gator. I Wani Hug the Gator. It would be fun. How's everyone doing? Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, we got one person here. How's it going? Happy Valentine's Day. All right. Got 2 people now. 2 people. I think we're ready to start. I don't know. How about you? Let's do this. I Want to Hug the Gator from the people who created Snoot Game. The based individuals that created Snoot Game and humiliated Goodbye Volcano High. September 4th. Year 201,223 BC year. A volcano amid the arid heat of the morning sun of volcano bluffs. I can't help but miss living in the more tempered weather of the Midwest. Summer sleeves are in a style this year. The jacket's aroma blog better be right. This suey thing is killing me. Though at least it's guaranteed to start getting chillier in the few weeks. Besides, I'm sure to make an impression with this. Ambercodia and Flint is all the rage these days. I sigh as I lean back in the hard plastic seating of the metro. I'm on my way to my first day in the new school. Ordinarily, I'd just be glued to my phone on this trip, but there's too much on my mind right now. My folks' stage requires us to move frequently, which gives me a little time. Oh, hey, Kenneth. Good evening and happy Valentine's Day, Dash. How are you? I'm fine. And I saw Chippy's video of his fundraising campaign for his legal expenses for his case against those loonies who doxed him. I wish him the best of luck with that. I hope he raises a lot of funds. I cannot stand people like that. Much like how Rolling Stone gathers no moss, I could never make a friend I'd keep for longer than a year. Just a promise to keep in touch that ran off within the months. Admittedly, it's my fault in the end. That's all going to change starting today. I'm going into senior year now. It's my very last chance to prepare for the world ahead. Lucky for me, the cards are stacked in my favor. I feel around my backpack for my DSLR till my fingers can fiddle with the model dial. St. Hammond High School is extremely well for their artistic curriculum. In other words, I'll be surrounded by people that share my interests. Even if it's a bit of a ride away. Speaking of rides, I was hoping that my parents could drive me there today. By the time I was up, they were already left for work. No big deal. I like the hustle and bustle of public transportation. I imagine I'm going to get used to this anyway. As time passes, my mind wanders to memories of previous schools. They all sucked. And I need to make the most of the situation I'm in. Not get all sad of it like this. I need to do something like take a selfie with the hobo next to me. Get a breath of fresh air in the city. I'll take a selfie with a hobo. The car gradually starts coming to a stop. I step off the metro, heading off the station as I follow the other students heading towards the school. Oddly enough, I only see dinosaur students, not another human to be seen anywhere. Must be one of those dino-heavy regions. There's a lot of greenery here as well. You'd almost forget how close we are to a major city. The pathway leads to a stone bridge that goes over a small creek. As we walk across, I notice other students meet in pairs and walk with each other. The air begins to fill with the sounds of laughter and stories of how their summer break went. Ah, there it is. The school peeks out there over the trees ahead of me as though through the inspecting and welcoming in mice. St. Hammond High. My new home away from home for the next week. Oh, I noticed the Jurassic Park reference. Haha. I stop to take a breath. The air here is crisp. Reminds me of an old campground I went to back in the elementary school. Once again, I'm headed to an opportunity to make something new of myself. I'm apprehensive, but hopeful. It's my last shot. There's no going back. I take my first step onward. Here we go. There I am, Anon, student mill about the front yard. The school is known for its heavily prioritizing art programs. Over 2/3 of the graduates end up pursuing careers in the arts. And while half of them regret it from what I read, there's still plenty that made it, right? It's also the management's claim to fame, with the facade of the front entrance being dominated by a vibrant mural. I got a good feeling about this. These students eyeball me. I was like, can you walking? Some friends whisper to each other. I just knew this jacket would pay off. The front doors are propped wide open. I already feel a cool breeze. Oh. I already feel a cool breeze invite me in. Inside, it's a familiar yet brand new sight. I hadn't mentioned it yet, but this school is also unique for its student body. It's composed almost entirely of dinosaurs, all manner of saurian herbivores and otherwise. Scales, feathers, tails, is that a tether? Wings, talons, webbed hands. Not to even mention the colors. Just looking at the art. All vibrant enough to challenge the bright murals on the school outside. Is that supposed to be... Oh my god, it's Mandark and Dexter! Dozens of students march about, beginning with the past friends and meeting new ones. Some anxiously glare at their schedules, checking every door as though they were numbered at the end. I probably shouldn't be standing here staring. Is that a human? I am soon surrounded and overrun by a crowd of neon-colored teenagers. Can't imagine what that's like. Clearly my jacket is working like a charm. Wow, he's like a life-size mannequin. Hey, new kid. Is this what it looks like to be popular? I really wasn't expecting it to happen this quickly. A few students are taking pictures with their phones. I even see some sketchbooks and pens in hand, rapidly scribing on their pages. Wow, a human. Are you like a foreign exchange student? In the chaos, I feel a few people touch my hands. Whoa, human skin feels weird. Geez, a bit uncalled for. Go along with it. Hey, could you... Once again, I find myself frozen, muttering quietly as I hastily try to follow the instructions. Eventually, all the saurians take their photos and take themselves out before dispersing back to their own friend groups. By the time I recover from the shock of the situation, the last one breaks off and I find myself seemingly all alone again. That was my chance to... that was my chance to socialize. I blew it. You're a human, right? A Triceratops girl leans forward, scanning me up and down. This is it. Time to seal the deal and get a new friend. Close enough. Hey? Hey, can I get a selfie with you? It'd be great for one of my classes. Yes, definitely. She puts an arm around my back for a shoulder, hung while she poses dramatically. Maybe a bit too friendly. Big smile now. She takes the picture and checks it enthusiastically. So, I'm Inko. Oh, cool, yeah. Anyway, I gotta go. What's the photo for, by the way? She pauses, aloofly chewing some gum. My fashion design class. The jacket is ballin'. Thank you for the pic, hon. Well, I feel my shoulders sag as I take it in the now spare hallway around me. That must have been my 15 minutes of fame. I don't think it's even lasted 15 minutes. But there's no way I've already blown it. I try to shake away the negative thoughts. Focus on the positives. For a brief moment, I was the talk of the school. Yeah. The familiar sound draws my attention. I know what this is. At the end of the hall, there's someone kneeling. And with one last camera model, if I'm not mistaken. Hey. The guy flinches. I flinch too. I hadn't meant to shout at him. A few other students don't bat an eye at him, though. Sorry about the yell. No, it's fine. I managed to get a shot I wanted. The expected boy, I think he's a Panzer, double checks the camera display and smiles. Yep, that's perfect. That'll be fine. Print for the yearbook. Can I see? His grin seems to widen at my interest. Of course, here. He turns and displays towards me, showing a shot of the hallway. And me as the focal point. Pretty good, right? Look a little closer and notice that I think it's a little out of focus. And dark. Why do you have your f-stop set at... He stops and glances up at me, pleasantly surprised to get a real answer. Yeah, I'm a bit of a photographer myself. I'm taking it's an elective too. With Mr. Inca. Thinking back to my memories class schedule, the name does sound familiar. Yep. Oh snap, cool. We'll be classmates. Incan's busy, so he'll teach us for one period. He offered his hand out for a handshake. I'm Ben. Inko. Friend achieved. I'm actually new here. Kinda figured, being the only human student this year and all. I think Hammond isn't one of the more popular schools, but the staff put a lot of effort into the art programs. Even the campus itself is designed like a living art piece, so if you ever need help. On the applause I'm getting, he's offering some help. I wouldn't say no to a tour. A tour, you say? Well, I'm only going back to the principal's office, but I can point out some neat stuff along the way. He raises an eyebrow to himself in contemplation. He might be a good idea to meet the principal, too. He waves for me to follow him. Turns out he wasn't just an avid photographer like me, but also the school president. And one of his priorities was taking photos for the school year for the first page. Every few minutes we'd pause so Ben could take a couple of shots, mainly of the students talking with each other. And while we would watch, I'd had to consider helping him in some way. I mean, the camera looks amazing, and then there's his extra lens in the bag. I feel absolutely elation to finally know someone that's into photography. And I really want to broach it, but Ben fills the air between us talking more about the school. Which is why we still got the feathered tails, even though I think it's a tad distasteful. Dang, you're pretty good at this. Do you give these tours to all the new students? Not really, although it's something I've thought about a lot. Oh, hold up that thought. Hey, Lorana. Hello, what is this? Ben goes through great student putting out some intricate wall banners. Oh, hey, Ben. You have a good summer vacation? I did. Great work on the decorations. They look even better than last year's. Oh, thank you. What's all this for? She steps aside and I can fully view the banner she just finished with. The Culture Arts Club. We meet every Thursday after school and look at unique artwork. She initially looked past me to talk with Ben, but she grasps once she realizes, hey, you're a human, right? Oh, that's a silly question. You should totally join. I just love human culture. There's this amazing set of ancient masks at my place from ancient Europe. I just adore them. Wow, that's impressive. I think you'd make a good curator. You know what? I probably would. After the club displays during Spirit Week last year, I gotta agree. We spent weeks studying the tribes and weeks more practicing those dances. We also study the paint with those styles, like we're learning the techniques of the old masters. Hopefully soon we'll can even get into sculpting like those old Venus statues. We plan on getting on to look at something this year. What do you think? It'll be great if you could come. Hey, that'd be you. Why did you say it, go? Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I do love culture. Oh, that's great. Oh, listen. We have this old Ethan's dress we had for ages. We just have to see what it looks like on the real thing. I think I'll think about it. No way, I'll sooner endure a second impact event than wear something like that. Oh, hey, nice catching you, Lunara. We got places. Take care. Bye. She waves us off, and Ben continues leading me to the principal's office. Hang on just 1 second. Alright. She waves us off and Ben continues leading me through the principal's office. Let's save just in case. Hey, Ben. I can't talk now, but I'd love to catch you up later. I'm floored. This guy seems to know just about everyone in the school as much as they know him. Talk about being top of the things. He points me in minor landmarks in the school and stops to greet a number of students happy to see him after the summer break. Man, sorry for having to stop so much. No way, I think it's cool you know it, everyone. If only I could be cool without making us late. He notices a few noteworthy landmarks and eventually leads me to its biggest draw. I already knew this place was known for arts, but wow. Just outside the administrative office, the hallway is filled with wonderful pieces of art of work. Paintings that line the walls with the name plate cards beneath detailed who the artists were. All created by alumni and attendants, students of the school. And this is the gal. All these pieces have been featured in all kinds of articles and presentations. Whoa. I know, right? One moment. Ben turns to the nearest door and gives it a polite knock. Who is it? It's me, Principal Scar, Scarlet. And no older than her, mine, mid-30s, exits the room holding a steaming mug and a sporting, tired smile. That's the principal? Good morning, Benjamin. Good morning. This is our esteemed principal. Good morning, ma'am. Her eyes shoot wide mid-sip of her coffee. Oh, I hadn't noticed. You would be Mr. Gunito. Yes? Yes, but my name... How wonderful. Gone is the exhaustion on her face, instead replaced with a very wide smile. I'm so happy that you've chosen our school for your last year, Mr. Nitsiu. Ben, be sure to give him a thorough St. Hammond welcome, okay? I was already... If you ever need any assistance, my office is always open, Mr. Nito. Not to mention the student council is also available for help. Isn't that right, Ben? Yes, Principal Schuyler. Thank you, Principal Schuyler. Scaler. Oh, and Ben, a moment, please. But the Panzer is dragged into the office, leaving me alone in the school gala. Whatever they're saying, I can hear over the ambient noise of the student body. Either way, it's probably not something I'm meant to hear. I move a few feet away, out of earshot of the discussions inside. On the wall beside me is a framed panoramic landscape of the city painted by hand. Oh. Wow, I could practically use the thing as a map with how detailed it is. No wonder it's hanging so prominently by the principal's office. The gentle brush strokes, the vibrant colors, the evening sun bouncing off each of the windows, and the majestic scarlet sky enveloping the horizon. All of which combines together to give it a dreamscape feeling, like it's an idealized vision of the city. It's beautiful. I've never been a big admirer of paintings, but I can't deny that this is a masterpiece. Only a teacher could have been able to express the scenic beauty of the city with this level of skill and passion. I withdraw my Heaven Stone 60 from my bag, and with a compact lens I keep barely fit the entirety of the painting in the frame for the shot. Checking a copy on my display, I realize I left out the title and artist of the piece. The tag says, Dreamscape artist O. Halford, 9th grade. First place, 21 million 2020. A freshman did this, jeez. Now that I look at the rest of the painting, this is insane. It's all so much better than what I made. Almost all the pieces are beautiful drawn. Charcoal, pastel, acrylic, charcoal, pastel. And not even one photo. Hey Inko, I'm back. I'm a senior. How on earth am I meant to even start measuring up here? Inko? What's that sound? Ben nudges me back with his hand and the motion gets closer. Hey, watch it, jackass. Blow your roll, Leatherface. My leg. I watch as the perpetrator, aggressor, aggregator finally rounds the corner and comes barreling down the hallway, speeding right towards us. My instincts kick in and I stumble to the side to avoid oncoming collision. For just a split second, I get a good look at my assailant. Green scales, messy hair, and faded purple hoodie. She propels herself forward with dexterous hands spinning the large wheels on her. I only now notice that she is in a wheelchair. I didn't even know you could go that fast in one of those. She glances my way and her pupils look on to 9. Her gray and gold eyes are marred by my bags, like she hasn't slept in days. The girl's entire presence is a ghost-like. And that expression, it's like she's looking straight through me. I'm sure she's barely registering my existence, but I didn't think I'll ever forget that face. Just as fast as she came, however, she's gone. As she leaves, I feel the weight is lifted from my shoulders. At least until I trip directly into a glass case behind me. Ooh. Hey, watch it. Whoops. The pastor's hand rolls over and displays carefully, his eyes filled with worry. You're looking for something? Crack. Usually when another student falls into them, there's some kind of crack or scratch. Guess it's just a dino thing. You humans are lucky you don't gotta sweat over this kind of stuff. That happen often? Often enough to drain school funds on repairs. That can't be good. Well, not to brag, but I make do. A vine chime echoes through the now empty halls. I freeze tardy on the first day. Oh, it's that. I bet that's that evil bear from Danganronpa. Sorry to run on like that. You should get going to your first class. Won't need a tardy slip or something. Nah, it's the first day. Teachers are lenient. I'm fine either way, since, you know, no one from the benefits of being class pres. What's your first period? Physics education. Ben sucks the air through his teeth in a prolonged wince. You'll be fine. Gymnasium's down that way. Don't keep him waiting too long. I need to get going too. Keep who waiting? I gotta go by. Oh, he walks fast when he has somewhere to be. Your action doesn't exactly instill confidence in me. I follow Ben's directions toward the school gymnasium. After all the earlier commotion, it's the first quiet moment to myself. Might as well take it to finally sort my thoughts. Let's see, what do I think of this place so far? It's certainly livelier than any of the other schools I've been to. Ever since I stepped foot in here, everything has been so lively and everyone seems exuberant. It makes me feel a little out of my depth since I'm so used to the opposite. Here, people look like that girl earlier are eager to share their hobbies almost without being prompted. Everywhere else I've been to, people just kept them to themselves, like they're only there because they have to be. It hits me. The school's art program attracts people. The students here don't have to be here. They're choosing to be here. That's why it's so active. Well, alright, what can I do with this information? It means I can probably be friends with anyone I want, right? Weird to say, but with everyone here sort of working with each other's, there's bound to be an insane level of camaraderie, too. Maybe I won't even have to try. I'm almost at the gymnasium now, though, so I'll hold this for later. This thought for later. Gym class, where the boys are separated from the men and where people with Herculean physiques are able to show off their sculpted bodies. I begin to remember how much I dreaded going to PE. The innumerable bad experiences from past pale in comparison to the many skinny knees and broken glasses. Hang on, gotta check something. All right. Hopefully this school PE is a lot less grueling. As I stand before the wind doors leading into the gym, I'm struck with how empty the arena looks. That's followed by my catching the sound of physical activity coming from within the gym itself. Shoot, I really am late. Ben's earlier warning echoes in my head like a foreboding spirit. I peer through the small window on the doors and see students standing shoulder to shoulder. Towering over them is a primate who I can only guess is our gym teacher with his arms crossed and a scowl on his face. I hope I can get away with being tardy. As I walk into the... Damn! It interrupted the narration. My first thought is how lucky I am to be alive. I don't even know what was thrown at me, but it might as well have been a cannonball. I spot the gym teacher, and even through his baseball cap, I can feel his stare of rage pierce my soul. Such intensity, and at the ideal throwing form. It only missed by centimeters. That was a warning shot. Know this and know it well, son. I have a policy. Each of my platoons gets one free miss from me a year. And you just spent it. I shift my eyes to the students lined up next to him, and they're so stiff with fear that I can't tell what they're feeling. You've got 3 seconds to lay it on the front of your squadron. Why, in the great name of KV Rocket, are you late? Well, He didn't even move. Hint taken, I shut my mouth. The simian scholars start marching back and forth like drill sergeants. Listen up, because I'm only saying this once. In this class, we operate on tough love. We learn from our mistakes, so you better pray to Raptor Jesus you don't forget them. Because if you do, with 3 monstrous steps, the coach closes the distance of 10 yards of the tower over me. I will be very upset. It reflects poorly of all of us, and that's not something I will accept. So I would love to see you maggots succeed, but if you don't, I'll make it unforgettable. Am I understood? I nod my head in fear. Fan-freaking-tastic. Now then, join the rest of your rank and stiffen up. Once I confirm my bladder is intact, I shuffle to where my colleagues stand. I feel them staring at me with anger, like I'm responsible for the coach's teaching style. What an appealing first impression to make. I should just quit and start over somewhere else while I still can. The teacher takes a second glance over us, reminding himself of where he was before I had interrupted. Attend, hunt, maggots! You will drop all and give me 20 of the finest push-ups. Those guts best be in ants' farms off that pristine gym floor or else. With a voluntary loud blow of his whistle, the coach also takes his position to show the proper technique. I hide my wince as my knees impact roughly on the ground. The real pain starts as I try to keep lit by everyone around me. My biceps, forearms starting to splinter from weight of my body and the speed of my jerky movement. I never realized just how badly out of shape I was. On your feet, you bipedal slug. Haha, this guy. He ain't human. Some kind of, maybe, a close relative. I can feel my muscles hollering in pure agony as I force myself up from the gymnastic floor. By the time I'm back on my feet, my breath is heavy and coming out in whistles. Now then, science is the only first. Since it's only the first day of school, how about we have ourselves a good old game of dodgeball? Did you say dodgeball? Oh yes, dodgeball time. I shoot a glance towards an over-enthusiastic dino next to me, who is absolutely elated by the prospect of the upcoming game. We only finished the warm-up and my muscles are already screaming. My knees shake, my lungs burn, and I'm so drenched in sweat that I'm sure I might need a shower after this. I really don't want to play dodgeball. Are we lucky? First day of school and we get to play a game. I don't do dodgeball. Why not? I'm not exactly... Alright, maggots, pick a side and keep the numbers up. Even. This is a suicide match. All free for all, too. Damien, why don't you socialize by picking your teammates? Shades, you on the blue team. Wait, but those... Why are these teams? It's a free for all. Alright, I'm going with the human dude. Before I figure out the rules of the dodgeball game, the dinosaurs wrap around my neck and bring me to the side on the field. Oh, last thing. Clear it, tone freeze spot to the spot. What's the first rule? We only go one. Have fun? Gang up on the weakest one. What? In a matter of seconds, the gymnasium becomes a full battleground. I do my best to dodge the oncoming flurry of red rubber spheres coming my way like bullets. I dive to the ground, avoiding the oncoming projectiles as they soar overhead and pelt my comrades. I hear the blows and the guttering groans of those who've already succumbed to the onslaught of inflating orbs. Combat crawling away from the fierce front, I entrench myself along the edge of the field in hopes of being ignored. I cast my gaze to the rest of my allies and oh god, it's a full rout. So many. So how's that first day of school treating you, bro? I look up to see the flying dino, the same pink dinosaurus who had dragged me to his side on the court, staring down at me and smiling. What do you think? I watched as he casually dodges an incoming ball before throwing his own. Name's Damien, by the way. Inko. Nice to meet you. Damien. You too, Chrome Dome and Frills. Who said that you had time to talk? Does the gymnasium look like a debate stage? I mean, maybe if we get some of the stands on the auditorium, maybe. I know the guy's uncle that could be really classy podium. I look up at Damien with absolute bewilderment. What is this guy thinking? The coach looks like he's about to explode. Do not play smart with me, son. Keep your trap shut and eyes focused on the enemy. Damien just smiles and gives the coach a thumbs up, as if we aren't in the middle of an active war zone. You got it, Mr. Sully. That's Coach Sully to you. And with that, hold up, Shades. You're just making yourself an easy target on the floor. Get up and play to win. Alright, guess it's my time to do something worth. Well, I'm not exactly good at dodgeball. Maybe I can do the whole blocking thing for everyone. I should be hopeful, making it so that everyone isn't heaved at me for wasting the warning shot. And here's where things change. I can totally turn this around. All is equal in the court. A ball aimlessly rolls on the floor in front of me, calling out to me by my ammunition. I somehow weave the 2 shots at me and pick up the ball. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it now. I'm on fire. There's no way I'm losing now. I grab onto the ball and start blocking any shot that so much as crosses our field. Yeah, I'm doing it. Block 1, block 2, block 3. Now I'm really feeling it. Everyone's looking at me now. Any thoughts of playing the game suddenly left my mind, like it was never there. Who cares? Doing this is more than enough. I can't be this Hey, new guy! A new voice catches my attention. A crimson Parasaurus. Think fast. Bow! Oh damn. Oh man, I just need to get a drink for a minute. Ugh. All right. Continue. Floor is cold. Maybe I shouldn't have come here after all. A pair of extremely dirty sneakers enters my field of vision. You gotta get up, Shades. No, I give up. Bonk. Oh man, that hurts. How long was I out? I'm laying down on something soft. Where am I? My vision clears and I sit up from the plastic bed. Sure is bright in here. Oh shit! They broke my sunglasses. Luckily I brought my reserve pair. Ha ha ha! Oh, great add-on, great! Much better. I stand for the rubber mattress, taking in the tiny room finally. All along, not even a school nurse or anything. Oh, there she is. Looks like she's attending to another student who has his snout stuck in a cone. Looking at the clock on my wall, it's already noon. That would explain the pounding headache. Finally awake, Shades. I sit ramrod straight, the fear of God stricken into me once more. Calm yourself, cadet. You ate dirt pretty hard back there. Oh yeah, man. Wait, you did that? I did. Pelting you right in the back. Do you know why? Because I messed up? Be more specific, kid. Because I couldn't be a good teammate and get hit in the face. Wrong. It was after that. Nothing happened after that. No, you gave up. But I was doing well. You think so? I was blocking all the balls and you weren't blocking anything. You were showing off. You found a single thing you could do and started to dance around like a clown. You focused on the easy thing and gave up on the real thing. You were so focused that you forgot to look around for a moment. And here you are. I know a defeated man when I see one, and there's no way in hell I'm letting a student of mine give up so easily. It's the first period of the first day, and you've already given up. Either way, that's a pretty bad lump you ended up with. You gotta watch around some students if you know what I mean. I blink a few times and recall the chick that yelled at me to catch, followed by the pounding me in the head. That one, he chuckled a bit. She's something, alright. Yeah, looked like the devil herself. Anyway, take the rest of the day off, kid. What? I'm telling you to go home. The principal gave the okay. I feel my heart. Another stab of pain. Oh, I'm really not good to go back to class. Wasn't I getting lectured about this just a few moments ago? Well, I don't want to give up so easily. No, you should go home to your folks. He scratched the back of his head, slightly embarrassed. Right. About that. He tried calling them earlier. Couldn't reach him. I gave a sad half smile. Yeah, sounds about right. I can make it home fine on my own. He nods. When you get back, don't give up so easily. He holds the door to the nurse's office and opens. I nod and exit, Coach Dolly closing the door behind us. Kinda feel bad for Anon. Oh, here's for tomorrow. Brown paper bag is shoved in my arm, along with my backpack. Peeking in, I see blue and gold wrapping in plastic. If you hadn't been late, you wouldn't have changed into those. You could have changed into those. Yeah, thank you, sir. Next time, shades, think faster. Got it? Yes, sir. His smile is positively unnerving. Now scream, cadet. Well, this is officially the worst day I've ever had. As my feet drag along the ending floor, I can't help but permanently think of all the failures of the past few hours. Still thanks to a very prominent bump on the head. Wow. Ow. I'm worse than ever here, both as on a creative and physical level. I know I really shouldn't be bothered by it, but I hate seeing just how far behind I am compared to everyone else. And I thought I'd make new friends. What was I thinking? I stopped, shaking my head a bit. What the heck am I doing sulking like this? It's a bad first day, but it's just the first day. There's still all the rest. Still met Ben, Damien. They're pretty cool. I'm gonna get my optimism by ruining just because of the bad dodgeball match. Just you wait, St. Hammond. Today was a test run. Tomorrow's the real deal. Let's look at Anon's room. I recognize all these movie posters. Oh, hey, Michael, how's it going? I'm playing the 4chan game. Well, one of them. I want to hug the Gator. pretty cool. Always had a decent internal clock, but a new record for me to get accustomed to a new sleep schedule just one day. Oh, happy Valentine's Day, by the way, Michael. Especially with a full-grown lump on my scalp. I move an arm up from my sheets and I feel my head. Yeah, that's a bruise, real good. Could be worse though. Alright, time to get up. I slept out of bed and stretched my arms, cracking my spine a bit. My new room is pretty fine. Quite spacious even with all the still sealed boxes. I brushed my hand over them, then one with the other closed. I'll go Oh, this isn't Snoot Game. This is their other game. I Wanna Hug the Gamer. It made by the same people. Similar premise. But yeah, it's still great. Same point. Right, now, it's time for a breakfast. I shuffle downstairs in the heart of the house. The morning sunbeams shining through the window draw my eyes to look out into the new neighborhood. The driveway is empty. Looks like my parents are already gone for the day. Not surprised there. Really, it's all they ever focus on. A shiver runs down my spine as my feet step on the icy tiles of the kitchen. My eyes are drawn to some tape boxes that are still scattered around on the counter. There's a familiar sticky note on the fridge, and I don't even have to read it to know what it says. At this point, Mom just wastes paper. The least she could do is reuse the same note and make it small addendums to it. I snag a plate from the nearest drawer and open up the freezer. No fresh produce to be seen, but there's still mostly full boxes of breakfast burritos. Yeah, I've been trying to appreciate ethnic culture more. Plate loaded with a couple of misty flour wrapped meals. I set microwave and wait for the burritos and so to hopefully not explode or burn inside. We should let the furry from 4chan make games from now on. Oh, he's making his games. He's got a whole studio. But yeah, that dude is based While I wait through, I check my phone. I scan my news feed and check out some of the people I'm subscribed to, hoping there's something to watch during my meal. Unfortunately, nobody posts videos or streams this early in the morning. Guess I'll just watch a suggested video then. I prop my phone and click on something random. At the ding, the microwave, I retrieve my breakfast, carrying it carefully so I don't burn my hand. On the bottom of the plate, I give the first burrito a test bite and... oh, the inside is still cold. Yes. They exist though! I'm kind of one of them, I think. I'm not really neck deep into the fandom stuff. Just a peruser of art. The inside is still cool. I don't want to stick it back in though. The Torilla would just become a brick then. I shrug it off, continue chewing, and watch my phone. Oh, the top of the morning, folks. By the time the video ends, I finish the last of the half-thwarted burritos. Pocketing my phone, I slip the plate into the sink and head out for the day. This time, I'm at least getting through the day. Today, survival. Tomorrow, thrival. I'll work on it. On the metro again. I take a little more time to check at my surroundings. The sun shines through the window across from my normal seat. There's this one chick that was there yesterday, probably on her way to work. It's probably a set route for her at this point. She's always does a bit of makeup first and then checks her phone the rest of the way. When the sun shines through the window, it highlights her hair in a really neat way. Like a movie poster almost. I take a picture, but it might be a little too awkward for me. Also, everything disappears. Why is it so dark? Ahem. How's St. Ammon's treating you so far, Mr. Nearto? A voice so deep it feels reverberant in my bones calls from above. Is that a whale? Oh, it's a T-Rex. I'm taken aback at this authoritative stature. His head is nearly grazing the top of the passenger car. How did he even get in here? Oh, it's been great so far, Mr. Ferris. He offers a hand for a handshake. Through his palm alone smothers my entire hand. How do you know my name? You're clearly going to school. The nearest one is St. Ammon's, and I'm already aware of a new human student, if you don't mind me profiling. Well, you got that just from looking at me? I'm practically joking. Your full name is printed on your backpack. You know that's dangerous, right? Oops. Yep, that's me, alright. But please, I know it's only a few days since the year started, but I'd like to hear your opinion so far. Is this a questionnaire or something? Not exactly, but it's some importance to an assignment of mine. What does that mean? Oh, what am I being secretive for? I'm here to audit your school, see the teachers, know the students, make sure it's a proper place to learn. I wish it were for something worth it being secretive about. More often than not, it's just paperwork and office politics. Oh, alright then. My thoughts on the school so far. I considered telling him about the teacher nailing me with a dodgeball to make a point. Nah, I'm over it. Well then, class that I have are great, and the teachers I have are a dynamic bunch. He thumbs inside his coat pocket for his pen, but decides he doesn't need it yet. I see. Any favorites? I mean, I don't like to have favorites, but all the staff seems pretty lively. Ferris lets out a heavy rumbling chuckle. That's certainly good to hear. And what of your fellow students? Made any friends? It's been a bit of a struggle, but it's always been that way for me since my folks moved around a lot. I think I'm doing pretty good this time around. Why do you think that is? I think it's the jacket. The jacket? I give my lap a quick tug for an extra style point. The Coastline Cotton Nylon Bomber number 32. Part of the latest catalog by A&F. I see. Does he need to learn things so close to me to inspect? If the carriage rocks in any way, he'd probably turn me into a piece of modern art again. The window. And that's really what your youths are into these days. Hey, the results speak for themselves. Whatever he's thinking about, it's got nothing to do with his work. I think I have a pretty good idea of what could be though. Mr. Ferris, you got no swag? Well, I guess that's probably answered it. I admit I'm being a little gray. I'm aware I'm not exactly with it anymore. Well, the older generation can dress to impress. You just have to see what people today like to wear. I'm certainly willing to listen to the youth of today, yes. It is something important to my job to know how the student body thinks. And my niece often suggests dressing more relaxed, whatever that means. Does she even see you in casual clothes? I'm wearing them now. I can save him? The rest of the trip was quick, but we continue with a small talk about trends. When we arrive at my stop, he attempts to give me his business card. For someone whose mere presence could stop a fight, he seems like a genuine nice fellow. I look forward to talking to him again. Yeah, Michael, I saw it. I'm gonna do my review tomorrow. I honestly don't think it was horrible, but it still might not, make a profit because of just conceptions about the movie. It's not a great movie either. It's just not a terrible movie like Captain Marvel. Which I guess is the best you can hope for. It also pales in comparison to the other Captain America movies. Oh god, those burritos were a mistake. My stomach is rolling after the warm-ups. Oh god, my voice is killing me after an hour of reading. I'll give this hell though. Alright, maggots, today we're working on your carnivorous systems. Oh, where's the water? Oh, I never saw the Marvels. I try to avoid bad MCU movies normally. Alright, maggots. Well, that's everyone's favorite. I like the first one and the second one the best, too. I think the first two are the best. Civil War is just alright. Alright, maggots, today we'll be working on your carnivorous systems. By that, I mean a good old-fashioned mile run. I want everyone out on the track field yesterday. I noticed Damien's mouth open soon as the coach Sully yells at the words. I know, Damien, that doesn't mean I want you to time travel. Unless, of course, you mean running so fast that you hit 88 miles an hour. And just as quickly, Damien shuts his mouth again and shoots Sully a thumbs up. Sully's only reply is to let out the snout. Where's the Gator waifu? She's only been in one scene. Double time it now, cupcakes. I just realized this guy's supposed to be like the soldier from Team Fortress 2. There's a lot of fun references. Yeah, the whole movie's basically just building up to the Hulk out at the end. So that was a marketing mistake. That was a marketing mistake on their part. To, show all the Red Hulk footage. Because, the whole movie is built around the build-up. They should have kept it a mystery. There's no hesitation from me this time. I follow the rest of the class and do the run. Sully waited. As expected, I rapidly fall behind the pack. Hey, good nice of you to drop by. How are you doing? Hey man, what are you doing back here? Keeping my new buddy company, of course. What are you doing? Trying not to vomit. You're doing great then. Thanks, I guess. Shouldn't you be at the very front of the pack, though? Next to Mia? Nah, man. Not her. Mia. You know, the one who knocked you out yesterday? Brief flashbacks reminds me of the red power source. Harrison Ford actually did a good job playing Ross. I thought he was a complete miscast, but he actually did a pretty good job. They really added depth to the character, I think. By the by, glad to see you're doing way better today. Are you even up and running? Yeah, glad I didn't wind up the permanent brain damage. Hey, question? Was what happened yesterday normal around here? Well, Mia's a wild one, that's for sure. Best not to mess with her unless you're into those kinds of chicks, in which case, be my guest. As for Sully, yeah, he's always like that. He'll get used to it, though. He ain't that bad a guy once he won't warm up to him. If you say so. Hey, don't worry, man. You're going to fit right in, Vlad, in no time. I love this dude's smile. In fact, you should sit up with us at lunch. This way you can give you the proper welcome and stuff. Well, I mean... Inko, Damien, don't fall behind! Sully's voice snaps from mini stupor and makes me realize just how far behind Damien and I have fallen behind the rest of the class. That was dumb. That was dumb. They should never have, killed off T'Challa. Oops, better catch up with the other before Sully brings up the punitive measures. But, keep in mind they were knee-deep in MCU at this point, and they're kind of moving away from it. Excuse me, to what? You don't want to find out, brother, trust me. I'm not sure if I caught that. Come on, dude, let's go. Before I say anything, Damien gets behind and starts pushing me forward, forcing my legs to move faster than they ever should. I have to struggle not to trip over myself, but somehow I managed to keep up the pace that Damien was forcing my whole body to maintain. That was great! Oh my god, you can see it from the corner! 5 minutes and 3 more laps, I fell flat on my ass, my heart beating so fast and lungs burning so fiercely that every breath feels like a sandpaper scraping against my throat. Regardless of that, I thought I finished the job. The first small step towards conquering my physical weakness. Good job, maggots! Keep this up and you'll be soldiers yet. Sully turns to me. Slightly, we will had garbage present the departure of MCU. Sully turns to me, which slight grin shoots me thumbs up. Okay, that's all for today. Hit the lockers, cupcakes. Dane helps me back up and I join the rest of the male students as we head back to the locker room. We'll take a bit more about our interests and other school matters. On the way, Damien is filled with me in a bit of St. Iman's history during the 3 years he'd been in attendance. By a bit of luck, our lockers aren't that far apart from one another, but our conversations isn't a real possibility considering all the other ones going on in the relatively cramped locker rooms. There really isn't that much more time to chat before the bell rings for our next class switch. Oh yeah, they still have that coming out. So yeah, the MCU still exists on Disney Plus, but I don't have Disney Plus, so I'm good. I wave goodbye to Damien and start looking for the next class. Don't forget lunch with the buds. I nod in reply and I turn around and head down the hall towards my next class. Hang on one second. I gotta get another drink of water. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Making my way down the hall, I take notice of my surroundings. Though everything about the school seems pretty normal, there are some key modifications made to better suit the majority of the student body. Mainly water fountains that settle a good 10 or more feet above me. Overall, nothing crazy special. I don't think Blade's happening. I don't think Blade's happening. Too much production trouble. Besides, if the leaks were any bit as true, it would have been terrible. The next class I'm sort of looking forward to, AP Art Design. They should retool it with Wesley Snipes. A class looks like it's a studio classroom on the second floor. Part of the school here is built to be both inside and outside, with open ceiling and walls here and there. Since it's also the art wing, the displayed pictures are coated in hydraulic layers and framed. Although, since it's the start of the year, the halls are freshly cleared and waiting to be filled in as the semesters pass. Of course, there's no shortage of drains. This hall is displayed prominently in the school advertising material, and for good reason. Certainly an explicitly built dynamic between the surrounding nature of the school and even the building material themselves. It's nothing less than mythical. Oh hey, what's this? I finally watched the original Blade movie and I love how demonstrate that Wesley Snipes plays the role. He definitely takes it a lot more seriously than any of the Disney Marvel same. Again, yeah, the second one is like just as good. I heard the third one was bad, so I've never seen that one. But yeah, Wesley Snipes kicks ass in that first movie. Love that first movie. Motherfucker's always trying to ice skate uphill. Carefully and expertly built dynamic between the surrounding nature of the school and even the building material themselves is nothing mythical. I can already feel the creative juices flowing. Soon enough, I stand just outside the door of my next class. Much like the school walls outside, it's decorated in various colors and patterns, each corner painted and tagged by different students. I barely step foot inside before the bell rings. Since I was the last one in, all but one of their seats were taken. It's pretty close in the front. While my other students look well prepared, some are clearly ready to fall asleep within the next few minutes. Oh my god. He looks like a JoJo villain. Then there's the teacher. He stands up on the board, waiting for me to finish, looking around and taking a seat. Since he isn't urging me to look for a seat, he must be used to new students taking it all in. That must be the art teacher. Somehow he looks young and old at the same time. Well, don't want to hold up the class for too long. Trying not to take the teacher hospitality for granted, I take the seat closest to me in the front row. Even with me sitting down, the art teacher still continues to idle, instead staring at the seated students with a hazy stare. Nobody else seems to be paying attention to him, save for a few people here and there. Where's the Gator, GF? A few students are whispering something behind me. Where was he yesterday? Hey, I'm not complaining about less work. Yeah, but on the first day. So in a way, it's the teacher's first day as well. So I didn't miss anything in class. That's pretty cool, actually. Wham! The teacher slams the front desk with his both fists. The sounding echoes through the room. It's the signal for all auxiliary conversations to cease, and the class obeys. Despite the sudden furniture abuse, the teacher doesn't look agitated. Rather, he's got a massive grin on his face. The phrase, winning smile, comes to mind. Right then. The pale project holds what looks like to be a metallic tray on a stick. Good morning, class. Thank you, Raptor Jesus, for forcing me to wear prescribed shades. My classmates are wincing in pain and wiping their eyes. And welcome to AP Art Design. He holds up the stick haphazardly. This is a flash pan. Saw it in an antique store yesterday. That would be a good introduction. It's not important, worthless actually. The glass winched as the stick is chunked into the garbage bin and shattered. Excuse my absence yesterday. I had a matter to take care of elsewhere. My name is Mr. Idagen. With a blink of his eyes, the teacher has replaced the sun on the stick with a fancy marker and managed to scroll his name across the board in the finest showing of calligraphy. And I shall be your guide as we explore the expanse of the creative world. Let's not dilly-dally then, shall we? For a teacher, he's very animated. The first week, we'll be going into depth on the history of the fundamentals of art. Perhaps a little trial by fire as well, to get your creative juices flowing. There's murmurs from my class, though. I pray that I pay them no mind. Hey, Chaser! And hey, what do you mean? I always have good streams, man. Hey, Rappy, how's it going? Yes, we're playing this scaly game. There are murmurs from my classes, though I pay no mind. The one made by based 4chan. In fact, the prospect of doing some creative work to create something that I could possibly show off. For a brief moment, I picture my name on a black card in the hallway outside the principal's office. For now, though, I'd like for you all to open your books to page 3. Right, my boy? Wait, my book? Oh, Anon, you didn't bring your book? Oh, damn, you're fucked, bro. Looking around, I see that everyone has the novel-sized handbook opened. Anon, you moron! Oh, they've gotten to them yesterday? Now then, class, we'll start with... Hesitantly, I raised my hand. Mr. Idekin, sir, I don't have a book yet. Don't have it. How? The substitute passed all of them out yesterday. Oh. His eyes clicked open as he connects some internal dots. The word on the street is that some new kid got concussion so hard he had to leave early. Did that street at least mention I was doing well before that? Oh, of course not. You're Mr. Nito, then. Yes, sir. Given the circumstance, I'll let it slide. For now, why don't you share it with one of your classmates? After class, I'll write you a note, then you can give it to the librarian. Thank you, sir. I kind of regret being so late because the only person I can realistically share with is the person to my side. So, hey. Oh, there she is! There she is! Only took an hour and 30 minutes. Wait. Wasn't she the one speeding through the hallway yesterday? Just like back then, I feel her gaze, piercing cold, as if she's not even seeing me next to her. Would it be okay to share the book? It'll only be for today. Instead of a verbal response, she lets out a deafening low growl, like a spit in her cereal. She then huddles back over her page. Well, gee, I'm sorry I asked. It's only the first real day. Maybe I won't need it. Oh yeah, come on, share with him this one time. I already told him I personally resolved the issue. Just help me out here, alright? She responds by making a show of sighs deeply while rolling her head back and around. Originally, there'd be a groan with a gesture, but she remains silent. Her head hangs low in defeat, and she nudges the book a few centimeters closer to me. Thank you. I slide my own desk closer to her, just enough that I can read the page. While our teacher orates the page as if reading from the death of a hunter, I follow along with simultaneous trying to capture everything that stands out in my notebook. A lot more difficult than expected, as Mr. Ikaden seems to put emphasis on every word he spoke. I just felt like I was just copying the whole page wholesale. My eyes turned from the book to the girl's notes and scratch. There's some very murderous looking claws on her fingertips. For a split second, I see them retract. She wipes her fingers on a small hand towel and, whoa, those claws extend again into bright red puddles on her desk. On bright red. A singular red colored claw is pressed on her paper for a moment, then quickly tugged and twirled and twisted, leaving behind a bright red curvous sentence on the page. Cool. The silver irises flick my way once more. What? What you're doing? That looks pretty cool. A hint of red creeps across the girl's cheeks. She looks back at the book and hunches her shoulders as high as she's humanly dino-y can. Ugh. Well, she's got the case of the tsundere. Hopefully Anon can fix that. She's now leaning over her notes, even using the book as extra protection for the pages. I should be focused on my own notes, yeah. Impossible task now, though, as the colorful calligraphy next to me has piqued my curiosity. The quill talon continues to delicate etch notes onto the page, and it only leaves the page to dip into what looks like a tiny paint palette at the edge of the desk. The claws extend again, and now there is a faint rumble. Hey! I hadn't meant to get caught up in it. Sorry, I wait for her to give me a name. She doesn't. She simply returns to her focus to the book between us. I wonder what her deal is. In either case, I turn my attention back to class, hope I can make up for lost time. It's hard to ignore the Gator girl, though. Especially when those icy gray eyes of hers feel like icicles poisons that stab through me. Hey, wait a second. Those hand motions. She's not writing anything right now. She's drawing. Well, it's none of my business. But I am rather curious. I make a show of leaning back to yawn. Now I can see it. It's a calligraphy doodle of me. There's no mistaking it. That's my jacket and sunglasses. That's pretty cool. Nobody's ever really drawn me before. Well, there were those others on the first day of school, but that's different. They weren't using their own claws or ink. Oh man, I can't wait. I gotta ask for a closer look. Hey. Your picture is super cool. Can I see it? She glares me in the eyes, but slowly brings out a sheet she was doodling on. With the paper more visible, I can just barely make out all the important details. The ink line work is sharp, each stroke an organic curve that, when combined, formed what had to be me. It even had my glasses in the negative space of the head. Though that was with multiple swerving lines coming out of my drawing's head. Dude, this is great. She rolls her eyes and starts retracting the page. Can I take a picture of it? A pause. Why? Nobody's ever done something like that for me. I want to remember it. She passes the paper over to me. It's yours. Oh, really? Thanks. Don't mention it. But don't. She's so nice. She's nice. After grueling period made worse by my own anxiety, the bell rings to set us free. Finally, freedom at last. Just a minute longer, Inko. I get some sideways glances from the other students as they leave, no doubt suspecting I'm a teacher's pet already. A few strokes from the pen hands me a note. Just show this to the librarian and she'll hand you your books. On your way now. A quick trip to the library earns me my missing books. I even get the fancy laminated library card. Lakan's introduction to certainty has more excited for photography next. I can first stop though, lunch. Can't take pictures on an empty stomach. Between my lackluster breakfast and gym class, I'm starving. Despite my hunger, though, I'm stopped dead in my tracks as I look around the cafeteria for a place to sit. The whole place is overtaken by lawless anarchy. I've never seen a riot this intense. These students have even crawled halfway up the wall, hanging by the decorated vines. Food flies about everywhere, utilized as ammunition rather than substance. And yet the security guard by the door isn't moving. This must be acceptable. I shudder to think what might be bad enough to warrant him taking action. I've never seen anything like this at any of my old schools. But more importantly, all the cliques have already formed from the previous day. I miss my chance to sit with anyone. Wait, it's only the second day. Why am I acting as though it's too late for anything? Yo, Nico. I'm shoulder checked from behind from what it feels like an oversized fist or undersized boulder. If I wasn't already by a wall, I would have either been sent sprawling or made into roadkill. When I turned around, I met with Damien's toothy grin. What? What? You already forgot about me? Oh my god! Artist is so good! You don't go anywhere to be, right? Yeah. You stuttered. Come on, we're going somewhere. May I as well, right? Might as well, right? May as well, right? Damien excitedly monitors motions at the following through the traffic of students going to the lunchroom. Peering through the crowd, waving me over and disappearing again like he's outrunning something. It's a good thing I hadn't gotten my own lunch yet, but it's been dumped on the ground about 3 elbows and a slap ago. Though the clamoring, I hear something about a turf war restarting with a new year, and the megalodons will continue to rule. I'm somehow mixed in this undeniable sound of steel chair clattering to the ground. The place is an actual war zone. How on earth is Damien able to weave through these guys so easily? Eventually, he leads me to the far corner of the room and his usual lunch table. Hey, you're alive. I think one of my ribs is cracked. That's just your school spirit you're feeling. I feel less like a person and more like a well-used punching bag. I finish stretching my wounded back and actually check the table. It's basically empty. There's only one other person here. The Gator girl gives me an amused raised brow. Hey, you. Oh, snap. Olivia. Oh, right, yeah. The one and only. Why didn't you tell me you met already? Because I only sort of did. We're in the same class. Oh, okay, I get it now. No, that sounds awesome. All my lunch buddies are artists. All? Oh yeah, there's usually a third in our group, but she's out screwing around in the school business. She'll probably be back tomorrow. Student council can't take that long, right? What's she need with the student council? Oh, she doesn't need anything with the student council. She's in it. She's the treasurer. The treasurer? Something like that. What do you think, Olivia? Olivia just grunts in reply. She doesn't even bother to look up from her lunch tray. Aren't you an artist too, Damien? No, I don't get the patience to sit around for hours like that. So you're not taking advantage of the art program here? Don't really need them. Home's just really, really close by. Only other artist here today is Olivia. His arms wave over Olivia as if he was presenting her as an auction or something. For her part, the Gator girl just grunts again. Well then, what do you do then, Olivia? Finally, she looks up, turning in a different look my way. Did she say something? What was that? The ambient war noises are a bit too loud. Can't hear you. Sorry, I can't hear anything you're saying over there. Don't sweat it. She's just really quiet type. She's just really the quiet type. I can't. Whoa, hey! Holy hell, her voice sounds so raspy as if she's never drunk a drop of water in her life. Guess I hadn't noticed before when she gave those symbolic responses, but for someone's voice to be strained from a single shout. She's furrowed her brows and looks back at her lunch. Oh snap, we've been standing around for a while. Love this guy's expressions. He sits back on his own seat and takes a huge bite of mystery meat steak. Right food. After workout and poor breakfast today, I'm practically famished now. But the line. All eyes look to where the lunch line should be. And it's become a full-blown riot. Someone's got a fire extinguisher trying to stop it. Oh, I probably shouldn't be waiting for you to get yours. Oops. Damon returns his steak rather than aggressive. But who am I to question the dial etiquette and the acts of using one's food to anchor the food for tearing? One's foot to anchor the food for tearing. Finally, the sound of squeaking rubber draws both our attention towards Olivia. She's holding onto one of her wheels, having just skidded into the frost granite floor. Oh, what's up? She tilts her head back towards the concrete courtyard door behind us. It looks like there's a few vending machines out there. I guess I'll check them out. I leave the group behind to go try and get lunch. Not a fan of the soda and chips for a meal, but enough for wartime survival. Hey, this thing accepts credit card. Handy. I'm feeling like pretending to be on a I pick up a few other brands I recognize enough to tide me over for the rest of the school day. I bend to pick up the bags from the dispenser slot, and the green chick looked at me. She notices me gazing at her and hunches over again hurriedly. What's that all about? Right, making new friends. I buy a few extra sodas for the table. Carrying everything back in both arms, I place them on empty spots, sliding a can of soda to Damien. He looks at me like he had just tossed her a gold bar. Whoa, dude. Oh my god, another great expression. Adillo boy's mouth opens wide and chomps at the bottom of the can. His fangs pierce the thin middle and spray its contents down his gullet. I toss some over to Olivia as she eyes it as though it was a booby trap before taking a bag of chips. Damien sighs happily as he chuckles, shredding the remaining of the can away. Shredded the remains of the caffeinated ambrosia. And again, another great expression. What were we talking about before? Lily was right. Art, right? She's really good, like you wouldn't believe. Can I stick to a nickname? Can he at least stick to a nickname? Really? Oh, totally. She's like won awards and stuff. She has? Can I see them? In fact, I could snap some glamour shots for you. No need, dude. I've already got a picture on my phone. No, I mean, hold on. I pick up my backpack on the floor, unzip it, and retrieve my beloved camera from it. I'm actually into photography. And will aid. Hey! Sorry, force of habit. What do you think, Olivia? She eyes me and down with the same furious brow. Aren't you the guy that ate dirt in gym yesterday? Yep. I shoot Damien a quick glance before returning to look at Olivia. Oh! Damien said yep. Anon said no. Anon's getting great expressions. It wasn't that bad. It was pretty bad. It wasn't, and how does everyone seem to know about it? Sorry, sheepishly. I may have had a hand spreading the story around. I thought it was funny. Don't worry though, everyone has some embarrassing story. One time I got my frills stuck in a bathroom stall. I didn't need to know that. It took him an hour to get out. everybody's got something. Olivia pops a chip into her jaw, her face looking out into nowhere as she's thinking of something. Damien leans close to me. One of his frills extends to hide from Olivia. Dude, I haven't seen her talk this much during lunch since last year. She said 3 things, and one of them was a grunt. Why the secrecy? It's like a secret meeting. Those are cool. But yeah, this is something else. She's really warming up to you. I can tell. He sits back down properly. Honestly, this whole thing is a little creepy. He's probably not a bad person to talk to, but Damien isn't helping any. As eager as I am to make a new friend this year, this is definitely not how I thought it would pan out. Looking for my water. At least I have the spot to sit during lunch. Now I have any other... Not like I have any other options. Oh, there you are, Iko. A voice rings out to me, which catches our attention. I see a familiar best spec face walk over to us with a lunch tray in his hands. Glad to see you've made it to lunch this time. Oh, hey Ben, I'm guessing you're and Inky here already met? I introduced myself after I bumped into him the other day. Speaking of bumps, you should see Inky's head yesterday. Damien lets out a cackle and slaps the back of his, igniting the gym pain in my body, almost knocking me off my glasses off. Ben gives concerned smile. This must be my eternal torment for the rest of the semester. Yeah, about yesterday. Ben looks down the aisle and chatting students and signals to someone with his head. Standing 10 feet away from us is an imposter-looking dinosaur girl with blonde hair, crimson scales, sports fitting room red. Good evening, defending fandom. How's it going? Happy Valentine's Day. Ben motions for her to come closer with a soft smile on his face and nod. And then she smiles back through her own noticeably strained. Okay, I'm here. She slowly makes her way over, and I notice how some of the students begin to quiet down as she passes them by. Oh, damn! I'm doing good, man. I'm doing something new. I'm playing a visual novel game and trying to read every sentence, and my throat is killing me because I've been streaming for 2 hours. People keep watching. I have water. I'll try and keep going. Hopefully, I'm not stuttering too much. Oh my god. Oh man. I dig this. I dig this. Nice. As she gets closer, her intense press invades me, and even though we're about the same height, I feel about to get crushed under her boot. Somewhere in my synapse connects her face to me, tasting bright red rubber yesterday, and I really wish it hadn't. Inko, Mia here has something to say to you. Mia stays silent, but strides the last couple of steps rigidly to stand right in front of me. She sucks in the air through her teeth. Sorry. The corner of the girl's lips starts to rise. I didn't mean to knock your lights out. Behind your nose, I noticed Ben wincing. Oh! The girl lets out a laugh and lays an arm around my shoulder, her smile growing wide once more. Heat creeps along my face as her muzzle nears my ear, especially when a puff of hot air blows by my lobe. The heat is torn away, though, when I feel her fingers dig roughly into my shoulders and her sharp, hissing whisper scrapes my eardrum. The ball was me being nice, Baldy. Screw that class over again. I'll fucking end you. And I'll fucking end you. Ooh, they got the first F-bomb of the game. See you there, oh Benny boy. No, I don't think it's cherry bomb. Cherry. It would fit this scene though. It would fit the scene for sure. Cherry bomb! Cherry bomb! So I'll be seeing you later tonight, Benny. Just like we promised. What was that about? She was all collected and backs into the crowd, vanishing before either of us could fully proceed her words and actions. Damien nudges my side. Dude, I think she likes you. Ben sighs. Sorry about that, Inko. I heard earlier about what happened at PE and connected the dots. Mia comes off as rough or on the edges, but she's actually really sweet. I'll talk to her about it more later. You and her, huh? Since you started the high school. Yeah, since the start of high school. The classic jock and nerd pairing sounds like you're living a dream. You know it. But yeah, I'm sorry your first impression of her isn't ideal. It's fine, it was just dodgeball, not like she was looking to do something. Yeah. Damien? Damien looks at the rest of his meat, having selectively heard his name. Could you not spread rumors about your fellow classmates? No worries, Nico and I are cool. That still doesn't make it right. Yeah, yes, sure. He gives Ben a lazy salute. Ben merely sighs as he places his tray on the table and makes himself comfortable on the seat next to me. As he settles in, Ben notices my camera still out of the table. Oh, is this your camera, Inka? Oh yeah, I was shown into the old... May I? I feel my instincts kick in for a moment before remembering that Ben also works with the camera. Sure, have a look. I watch as Ben gingerly picks up my camera and gives it a thorough inspection. I must say, as far as standard DLSs go, yours is of very good quality. It's nothing too special really, just something I picked up a while back. When you have good taste in camera models, he hands me back my camera to watch. I placed it back into my backpack. Thanks. With something like that, it's easy to get some great shots. Well, I do have a small collection in my portfolio drive. A portfolio? I'm just got mine a month ago. I bet you've got like a dozen pieces to choose from. from the New Year's art contest. That's what he missed the announcement. What announcement? School has an annual art contest at the start of every new year. The winner gets a small cash prize, but the bigger prize is the fact that the winner's prize is submitted for publication in a couple of big-time magazines. Why'd she disappear? Oh. Oh wow. That sounds awesome. Of course, that also means a lot of students plan ahead and work all summer for something to submit. Did you do anything for it, Ben? You know it. Well, good luck. Liz said she turned in the perfect piece yesterday. Okay, now I'm interested. Finally, a chance to show my real skill at something I'm good at. Hey, Olivia, could you help out with the shots at her art? Olivia could help out with your shots and her art. You could totally win. Right, Olivia. I think we might have gotten raided just now. Olivia. We all turn our heads to Olivia only to realize that she's disappeared. When did she leave? Confused, I scan around the cafeteria and my eyes manage to spot her through the crowd of students. She's rolling away towards the cafeteria doors and quickly. Just like that, I lose sight of her as fast as I had seen her. I turned to look at Damien and Ben. Damien not only looks puzzled, but also disappointed for some reason. Ben, meanwhile, well, he almost looks annoyed that Olivia left. Guess she hasn't changed. So it seems. The venomous sting to his words makes me feel like there's more going on than I'm aware of. I decided not to try to pry into it, instead bring the conversation back. Well, I still want to try. You can upload your submissions on the school website. Oh, and then I'll need an account. You don't have one? Don't think so. I've been told they'll get me that stuff by the end of the week. Sounds about right. Truthfully, it takes maybe 5 minutes at most to deal with that. Then why wait? Nobody wants to deal with it. Guess I'll wait then. Ben scratches the side of his head. I think there's someone in Stuco that can help you out, actually. It's like the treasurer's duty day today. So that's where Liz ended up. I don't know any names, so maybe. I guess I'll go meet Liz sooner rather than later. Think I'll take care of that before lunch is over, then. See you in class, Ben. Sure thing. Later, Damon. Jesus, man. Tell Liz I said hi. I grabbed some of the leftover snacks from the table in my backpack and head out for the cafeteria. Finally, I can walk off, show my skills, show that I'm just as capable an artist as anyone else here. The computer lab is an offshoot room from our library. As for the library itself, aside from expected emphasis on anatomy drawings, guides like this, it's pretty standard. Not to brag, but the school I was at from my freshman and junior year had a library with 2 floors. Probably should have read a thing or two with all those resources. I'm getting off topic. The computer lab is the focus. The calm tranquility of the library is overtaken by the organizing sterility of the lab. 40 standard sets of computers and monitors and line walls forming a panopticon around the desk, revealing for the teacher in the middle. I remember them being organized differently in the elementary school, but for a few years now, I've just been seeing this formation. Sounds to me like someone got caught one too many times working on more risque art pieces. The monitors are all turned on, but only one logged in. Weird, there's nobody here. Damn. Damon and Ben said Liz would be here, though maybe she's in the bathroom. I'm not one to pry and snoop around, but I'm really pressed for time here. On screen, I see open PDFs and documents that look finance related and filled with aberrations and jargon I don't understand. Maybe I can figure out how to create my own account. What the? Oh God. Oh God. What are you doing? Ah! Haunted high school. I didn't mean to scare you. Oh, thank Christ. It's just a dino girl with an extremely long neck and not a specter. Not really what you were doing for the fiscal report I was working on. I didn't do anything. I'm working on all day. Why did you touch it? I didn't. I only minimized it, I swear. Right, I'm here for a reason. Are you Liz? Rhonda furiously reopens all her web windows and for a while wipes some of the information before acknowledging again. Excuse me? I wanted to submit something for you that our tenants, but I don't have my school login info. Ben told me you'd be able to help. Ben, huh? Well, Ben and Damien. She mumbles something beneath her breath and turns her head back to me. Yeah, I'm Liz. Whoa. Yeah, I'm new here, so I need an account. Not a problem at all. Liz sits down and cracks her knuckles as she starts typing away at the keyboard. Alright, I'll see if I can get that done for you. A flourish display of spreadsheet software experience, Liz navigates and organizes several documents in seconds. I've always had a general idea that there were lots of shortcuts and commands, but yeah, she's resourceful. So you're an artist too? Since you want to enter the contest so bad. Yeah, I'm a photographer. Yeah, how are you liking it here so far? Well, students here usually jump to ask about what they're graduating here for, so they can more easily form connections and collaborate. So excuse me if I might be going too fast. No, not at all. I'm a bit more at ease now that you've just explained it. It's pretty good, although I feel bad about missing most of the first day. It's not a big deal. Guess not. Although, the truth be told, I see those paintings framed in the hall by the principal's office, and it does put a bit of rain on my parade. Oh, yeah, I got what you mean. I think it's like that by design, honestly. Something about breaking the students' egos. Then you end up wanting to improve like crazy so you can reach your goals. At least that's what happened to me. I'm planning on going to university and getting a degree in design and business. And that's just the start. I'm also starting to become an apprentice for an art dealings, getting the right painting for the right people. My tutorial said I'm impressive enough I should start enrolling for any and all of the important universities around the country I'd like. Wow. I mean, I'm still also pretty well off, but it never occurred to me that I should be this ambitious. Thank you. What about you? I'm going to be an influencer, blogger, and crazy popular. I'm going to publish a photography magazine. I don't know, but it's going to be big. Well, it's something. At least more than a lot of people here. What do you mean? Like half the school may as well just be in daycare. Sorry if that sounds rude. We got these school programs and every industry professionals coming for lectures, but it's like some people are here just because their friends happen to be here too. No big plans, it seems. Yeah. Wait, you mean like Damien? I should not have mentioned it. He's still cool though, don't get me wrong. I hope me talking about him to you just doesn't come across as douchey. He's definitely the friendly type. He's even partnered with me in gym class and dragged me along to sit with him at lunch. Is that so? Yeah, he really is excited about it too. And then he introduced you to Olivia as well and tried to break the ice so she can come out of her shell. Yeah, how'd you know? Oh boy, sorry about that, Inko. What is Damien messing with? What, is Damien messing with me? No, Damien is great. He's just maybe a little too eager. If he considers you a friend to him, he'll want you to be our friends too. Specifically, he'll want you to be Olivia's friend. What's wrong with that? Nothing at all. But you've seen Olivia. You can probably tell she's a bit unresponsive. Doesn't really like to talk to anyone, not even Damien. So you can definitely try to be her friend, but just know that she'll most likely ignore you. You don't like Olivia? What? No. I do. She's fine, I guess. I sit with her during lunch, after all. And I'm sure you'll get along with us just fine. And hey, I love to see Olivia make a friend. Just don't get too insensitive trying to get her to warm up to you. Hang on, I'm just gonna save. Oh yeah, this is just the chat logs. Alright. Damien will always be down to hang out, though. I'm certain. Don't mind. It's just that him and Olivia are not inseparable. If the deal turns you off, then it's not your fault either. There's history to the warning. Arable. So they're like girlfriend and boyfriend? No, they just live in the same house. Oh. Damien is also just incredibly patient and outgoing. I envy him. But yeah, he would not like nothing more than everyone getting along like best buddies. Unless you're like Damien and you can be pleasant to a brick wall forever, your time is probably better spent elsewhere. So how serious are you about your ambitions? pretty serious. Oh. Pretty serious, I think. Liz nods. Something to keep in mind then. It's a struggle, but like Damien says, we gotta keep trying, right? Liz gives me a half-hearted smile, but she still seems sad about something. Anyway, sorry for taking your ears off about private matters. You still want to get that submission turned in? She stops for a second on the tab to scan for something. And got it. She monitors her head to back of the room and the printer as it comes to life. I get up and get the paper. Both my username and password here are strings of numbers. I take a snapshot of the username and password so I won't have to remember it. Thanks. Anyways, you should hurry. Lunch is ending soon. Right, according to the time display on the monitor, I have only got 10 minutes left. I follow the instructions on the printout and finally get to the student hub of the site, and thankfully the art contest is displayed prominently across it. Looking through the couple of links, I finally find the submission instructions. It's simply a matter of putting my entry details as the name of the file and dragging it into the school shared drive. Plugging in my portable portfolio hard drive, I create a copy of my magnum opus. Then a quick rename, drag it here, and just in time. I take the extra minute to safety, and I undock my hard drive and then log off the computer. Looking back at Liz, she's completely wrapped up in her work. Don't think interrupting her is a good idea, especially after what she said about Olivia and our own time. I opt to simply leave her be, heading out of the room and the library for class. After all, it's time for class I'd be looking forward to the most. This day is certainly turning out better than yesterday. Hope I didn't jinx it for myself. Well, I'm not sure how much longer I can go, you guys. I'm getting like wiped out. My voice is I might as well just call it here. Relax the rest of the night. I hope nobody minds. It's just this type of game, you know. Oh man, I'm just talking for reading. You know what? Someone else just joined. We're gonna keep going a little bit longer. My nerves have been acting up when I first stepped back into the classroom. Made even worse when I was hit with another flashbang. After 20 other classmates had finished laughing, Mr. Akondin made a show of waving freshly taken photos from a fancy fold-up camera from the server. I dubbed this portrait De Lute San Polis. After he thumbered the shot on the cork grid with poor snapshots of everyone else, Mr. reserved me and sat me right next to Ben. He managed to sum up his syllabus in under a minute instead of taking the majority of the time to go over the first lesson assignment on exposure and lighting. With each new light fixture he brought out and explained and felt my mind swirling faster with new possibilities of old shots. If only I had that then, or I could be using that there. now that you've had a small taste of it, we'll start on your first photograph assignment, proper lighting. I'm salivating at the thought. Mr. Gator had just finished his first lesson where he handed out all the sorts of equipment to look over. It's the first time I've handled some of these things, like the enormous box light that was still taking up the entirety of my desk. Remember though, these are just tools meant to enhance the photo. You can highlight a turd all you want, it's still a turd. The crude language guarantees a curl from a few half-listening students. The teacher looked over to clock the hums. Well, I'll see that we managed to finish the lecture a bit early. Why don't you all take these last 10 minutes to compare notes? Maybe even consider doing the assignment as a collaborative piece with a classmate. The room is quick to fill with the sound of chatter. I wonder if Hey! I turned to Ben to see his eager grin. Do you want to do a joint piece, since you don't know any good spots in the school and all? I pulled the assignment sheet from underneath the lightweight light on my desk and give it a quick scan again. Present sets of photos demonstrating your understanding of proper lighting. Yeah, you're allowed to borrow one lighting tool and take a shot at school premieres. I swear I've handed this assignment for years now. If one more student just takes a picture of a hallway outside the classroom, I'm going to personally throw them over the rail. Be original, please. I've got the perfect place for it. If we work together, we can even use 2 items. The offer is so tempting. Sure. I hold onto my hand and take shares in the pack. My face is feeling weird from all the smiling today. But the truth is, I've enjoyed Mr. Ikana's class so much that I couldn't stop. It feels like I've entered an entire world to gain from Mr. Ikana's lesson. And that world to explore, seeing as ever since the move I hadn't had time to actually explore Volcandora Bluffs. Sure, on occasion I got on my own to parks and stuff, but who doesn't? Besides, I'm pretty lame photographer if I didn't go out and find stuff to photograph. And yet, you know what? I've been meaning to do a little looking around here. So everyone else, this assignment makes them have to explore the school, but I get to. Pretty sweet deal if I do say so myself. But the halls outside the class is only one major photo op. Between that and the murals outside, I'm certain to find something cool. No, murals won't work on their own. Since it was my first thought to use them, that means it's likely someone else's first thought. I need to think outside the box, think of some way to use the school's architecture to my advantage in a way that Inko. My thoughts are disrupted by the worried-looking Ben. Maybe you should see a doctor, man. Head injuries are not a laughing matter. I'm fine. What are you saying? I was asking how you were doing, with the school and classes now. Oh, right. Doing good. Really good, actually. I'm in a class that I'm 100% enjoying and starting to make some genuine friendships. Compared to the disaster of yesterday, today has been astoundingly positive. That's good to hear. Yeah, I even got some friends now. Great. Oh, and what about your art submission? Well, Liz is about to help. There's something nibbling at the corner of my thoughts at the mention of the long-necked girl. Yeah, she gave me a long log of stuff and everything. Uploading the submission was a piece of cake after all. Awesome that, though that does make you competition now. Both Liz and I have pieces in the running too. She told me she had submitted something, yeah, but I'm a bit concerned since I didn't have as much time at all to prepare anything else, but hey, everyone's got a chance, you never know. Yeah, she was pretty cool about it too. The whole friend group is pretty welcoming. I think I'm pretty lucky. Lucky? Ben seemed perplexed by the statement. You said something at lunch when Olivia vanished. I'm noticing for a silent parlor, she sure has a lot of people upset. You got some hidden drama with her too? No, not really. Wait, two? Who? Calls out two of us striking over the inspect. I take it you gentlemen are conversing about your assignment together. Of course, Mr. Akon. We were just discussing where we take our picture, right, Ben? Well, that's good then. Good thing you guys weren't talking about something off topic, like gossip. That should be pretty embarrassing use of your time right off the bat, I think. Especially considering you're currently the subjects of some fairly humorous gossip, aren't you, Mr. Nito? I'm aware, awash in a wave of shame from his words. I look at Ben, I can see he feels it as well. If the air around someone needs clearing, you clear it yourself. And it has a point. Maybe once a friendship is established, I can learn more about her. Alright, off you go now, and remember to get your assignments done by the end of the week. The room empties out slowly. Most of my peers still chattering and discussing their plans for the assignment. Before I can continue talking with Ben about our projects, the Stuco president is already packed up and exiting the room. Guess we'll talk later. Packing up my own notebook, I wave goodbye to my new favorite teacher and head off to my next class. I'm gonna call it here. My breath is killing me. Alright. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. This was I Wanna Hug the Gator. We'll have to play it again at some point to get the full story and to hug the gator. Thank you all for watching. I'm Dash. Happy Valentine's Day.